directive that was given by the president of Ghana, and today we are moving through the principal streets of Accra to find out the day 2 of the lockdown, how people are responding to the day 2. We have managed to come here at the court of law, and we are here to find out what is actually happening. Okay, so we are at the court where we have gathered some pieces of information. We asked whether the court is working, but what we are gathering from the court says that the court is not working today, and in fact no cases are being sat on or being heard. Rather, people who have cases here are coming in for new dates for their cases to be heard, because throughout the lockdown the court is not going to be working, and so if you have a case here, you come in, pick a new date for your case to be heard. That is the information that we are gathering from the court of law today. We are here at the Ministry of Finance to find out how the critical staff, in other words the skeleton staff, are working. Pieces of information we have gathered here says that only the critical staff or the skeleton staff are working today, and that means that they are actually adhering to the president's directive that nobody should be working apart from the critical staff here, and in case there is also an emergency or anything, then an arrangement to be made for other staff or relevant staff to be added to the staff that are here to come and work. So this is what we are gathering from the Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Finance shares the same building with the Ghana Statistical Service. That is their head office there, and we have also gathered that they are also going through the same process as the Ministry of Finance, allowing only the critical staff or the skeleton staff of the office to work. And for the next 2 weeks, that's what's going to happen. This simply means that the Ministry of Finance and the Statistical Service, they are all adhering to the president's directive that during these 2 weeks, all government agencies should shut down and allow only critical staff to work. So I'm reporting live from the premises of the Ministry of Finance as well as the Statistical Service head office. Close to the Ministry of Finance, you can see a building, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, and there is also the Public Service Commission there. And right ahead of me, there is an employee well-being program. There are so many offices here on this stretch that normally you would see a lot of work being done here because of the nature of the work for these people around. You would normally find the road very busy, people coming in and out of these various offices here, but it's very different today. The place is very quiet. Some of the offices we have entered suggest that not everybody is working today. A few people are working in some of these offices today, and so you can see that the streets are quite empty, and that you can't see any movement of human beings. Once in a while you see a car pass, but normally you would see a lot of movement of humans coming in and out of this office. That is people who work in this area coming in and out of these offices. So that is the situation somewhere in the ministries. So we are also still moving through the ministries, and currently you can see the Ministry of Employment and Labour Relations. There is also the Ministry of Youth and Sports here. On the same stretch, you can see the Pensions Trust. Yes, the Pensions Trust, also Hedge Pensions Trust around. And what is supposed to be a normally busy street on this stretch in the ministries, it's different today. We are seeing a very, very different story today. We are only seeing a handful of vehicles moving through. There is also the Ghanaian German Center on this particular stretch, as well as the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service on this particular street. Straight through to the Ghana Revenue Authority, the large taxpayer officer next. We can see also that the work is not being done as usual. Currently at the Ridge Roundabout, moving towards the 37. So we are on the 37th stretch from the Ridge Roundabout. We will definitely use the interchange ahead of us. But just at the Ridge Roundabout, we are seeing that there is a barrier created and mounted by the armed forces. So you can see there is a small traffic here. We are going to go into the barrier and see how the armed forces, or what they are checking, what they are asking. So there is a policeman instead of the armed forces. I can see that they are asking people where they are going to, and is currently asking someone to calm down. I don't know why they're asking the person to calm down, but the person has been asked to calm down and the taxi have been asked to park. We will try and see how they are going to handle that particular person. I can see the person trying to bring out, I don't know whether some kind of identification or police searching the gentleman. Okay, now he has been released to continue. Bus stop, you can see the armed forces as well trying to help. They are still on the stretch of the Ridge to 37 road, and you can see on the other side of the road today there's still a barrier on the other side of the road, but on the road we are moving on. It's virtually empty. I say this because this is a very busy road, because from Accra you normally see the Medina, Adenta, 37 trotros and taxis, and of course private cars, a lot of them always plying this road in and out. But today you can see a handful of cars, vehicles, mainly saloon cars or private cars that are just plying the road. The seat of the presidency, and apart from, normally you even see securities at posts, but today there is nothing like that. We are seeing quite an empty premises. We can't go inside, but this is what is happening here at the Jubilee House. That's 57 Military Hospital Junction. I mean, the traffic lights just in front of the 37 Military Hospital. We are finding out that there is a few people at the bus stop here, I believe, are waiting for various vehicles to move to areas that they want to move to. Here there is no barrier, and we haven't met any barrier here.
We came around 9, already there were some soldiers here, but when we came they also withdrew and we also took over. So far, those that we've been checking have been able to give genuine excuses. When we are not satisfied with your excuse, we ask you to produce that of your identity card to tell us exactly where you are going. So far we have not encountered any difficulty, and all is working very well. People are complying.
We have been speaking with a security officer on the 37th stretch who is also with his men checking to see if people will not be, walking around anyhow, and all in the bid to curtail the spread of the pandemic. Okay, so there's a traffic light in front of the Association International School, and that is where we are currently now moving towards the mall, or what they call Spanner. And there is another police barrier here. It suggests that the police are heavily on this particular stretch, all in a bid to try and check. We are going to stop and then try and speak to the police and see how work is being done so far on this stretch, whether they are having any challenges, whether they have had any challenge so far. Montrance, so that funny beer, said the bear, young man for phone, had it said, well, what check your more anymore, and don't be doing at least. Nina, Coffo. I'll check your more. Not in the doors until they do at least the right thing is done. Okay, anyhow, we are at the moment.
Please, we are not being truthful. 10. Go back home. There is honest chemist over here. Please, take simple instructions. No cotton tools. Again, excess of cotton tools. Madam, okay. Huh? Okay. Papa, okay. Huh? Oh, fine. What's the drop? Okay. And now, okay, now, Papa. I just said, now, Papa, tools. Massa. See you now, okay. Drop there. I'm not. Please. By this time, the company knows what to do. No. Item. They have been what their story is. Get them down from the car. So get down. Pass it over. Down. Get back to wherever you are coming from. Get back to wherever you are coming from. Ready.
We have been seeing while the police are trying to do their work and the military are trying to do their work, there are some people who are being asked to return, as we saw earlier in our shots, because they don't have any proper identification or any reason to give the police as to why they are going to town. Okay. There is a situation here. Let's have.
And go home.
Okay, so there's some passengers in this car have been asked to go home. Okay, so they are been directed to be checked by other police personnel. This man giving his reasons, I'm not sure are reason enough or is reason enough for the police to.
It is a want to me and if there's no proof, I will not allow you to go to where you are going. Then I can even let you talk to them. No, that is not my job. I'm here to make sure that essential workers are the only people who are permitted to come and work. And the taxi driver, so on to me, he's not allowed to be in town. Is that okay? Yeah, find a copy back into Paha.
But I'm going to the bank.
From where? From where? Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Medina. I'm going to.
So there's no bank in Medina. There's no GCB in Medina.
No, it's not GCB. I'm going to Barclays Bank.
But you are showing me GCB.
This is a company check. I am going to Barclays Bank. I'm supposed to deposit it in the Barclays Bank account. And so, Medina branch.
No, listen. These excuses. Everybody can be on the street and be going to the bank.
Look at the date on it. This is not an excuse. Have an evidence that you are seeing. Please have a look at it. Maybe if I'm lying.
He's just trying to find out if there isn't any bank like the Barclays Bank from Medina, Adenta.
I have to deposit it in my account in the bank, ABSA, and it is not working in Medina. They said I should go to Spinter's branch or this bank.
No. As they are not working there, this shouldn't give you opportunity to be roaming in the city.
I am not roaming in the city.
No, from Medina you are coming here. From wherever Spinter's or Osu, if there's no ABSA, you continue roaming. Now what we are preventing, that's what we are doing.
To go to either Medina, either Spinter's Road or Achimota branch.
Now he's trying to say that if that happens, it means you keep moving from one point to another, and that is what they are trying to prevent.
We are trying to prevent.
In my case, they have given me a place to go to, and if I'm not sure that if I go there, I'll get. You think I'll pick a taxi and then be in a taxi? I won't do that. I won't do that.
So you say you are going to where now?
I'm going to
Spinter's. I will not allow you to go. You are going back home.
A number of police barriers jointly manned with police and army or military forces, and we have been here as well. Work is going on as directed by the president, and this is how far we have come through the principal street of Accra. And you can see, apart from the emptiness, some people are still outside at bus stops, some trying to get to their homes, some also are trying to come to town to get various stuff, from food to medicine to the bank to the hospital and stuff. We have seen from various barriers that if you don't have any identification or genuine reasons why you should be allowed to go, then you'll be allowed to go back home. My name is Samuel Kusi Apia, and I'm reporting for Adoatv News.